Yeah. You better know it. Yeah. On the weekend, we gonna ride and chill and do what players do. No more working, we gonna get fresh to death and choose up on a few. Strictly sipping, because we're Rico, baby, and that's just what we do. Despite the hottest spots on the weekend. Yeah, what up? It's your boy, O.C.B, man, back at it again, man. Got my co-host with me. Somebody a little too loud. Yeah, man. Yeah, got my co-host with Miss. Y'all done seen it before, man. Miss Brenda Sanders.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be back.
What up? Somebody phone. Let us fix this right quick. Yeah. Yeah, man. You turn it over there. There you go. All right, man. There we go. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Yeah, man. We got a hot topic for you tonight, man. We're going to talk about a little anger management, man. I know a lot of people, man, can't deal with their anger. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole thing. You just got to learn to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I got Miss Brenda with me, and I also have Big Mike and Miss DearMeQueen. What up, fam? What up? Get a round of applause right there, man.
What's going on, y'all?
How y'all been, man?
Been good.
That's what's up.
Been coolin'.
Everybody, what's up? Got Miss DearMeQueen. You know, she got her, you got your podcast starting next week, right?
Yeah, next Saturday night at 8 o'clock on the dot. Come join your girl, DearMeQueen, on IG, and we're gonna put all the information out there. But yes, next week. I'm scared.
What's up, man? I know it be like that, man. I was scared the first time too, man. So what you got going on, Big Mike? How you been, man?
Been good, dude. Can't wait till this weather break and enjoy some of this beautiful
So you get back on that bike, right?
Back on that bike, so I can get summer right.
Well, you finna go to Miami or something?
I'm go somewhere. We've been locked down too long.
Right.
I feel you, Miss Brenda. How everything been going with you?
Everything going pretty good. I'm a little, not under the weather. I did my first COVID shot, so.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. I ain't clapping for that. But no, I'm just playing. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, to each his own, man. Y'all take it. You don't. I ain't mad at you either way. Do what you do. You know what you do. Yeah, man. So we're gonna start this thing out like this, man. Welcome to O.C.B, man. You know what I'm saying? The show, you know what I'm saying? We talk about everything that the rest of y'all scared to talk about. We don't mind. You can call in, ask the question. We gonna answer the best way we can, man. You dig what I'm saying? So, man, y'all go on, share, like, start your watch party, do what you do, man, so y'all can get in on some of this information, right? So we're going to start this thing out like this, man. We're going to get all the way in, man. We're going to talk about this Dr. Seuss thing. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with that, man? Did y'all see what's going on with the books? So, like, it's about 6 of them, right?
Yeah, it's about 6 of them.
About 6 books, man. What y'all even think about it?
You want to start, Ms. Brenda?
Either way. Ms. Brenda, I mean, you know.
With our children, we have to, create positive images. And a lot of the things, you kind of dismiss them at some point. But, I really do think that, those books should have been pulled because now with everything that's going on, it makes a big difference when you are inside the classroom with children.
Right. Y'all.
I'm a full agreement. I think there are some things that should have been tossed out a long time ago, especially when it comes to the educational system, and we're talking about doing more cultural sound things.
Right.
So getting rid of those books might have been the best bet, but it's more to Dr. Seuss just as those books. So.
Right. So is it even that? Is it really the books though, or is it like a mindset of just people? Because we've been really locked up until now mentally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because everything we watch on TV ain't about us.
You're right,
You know what I
and
mean?
I think it goes deeper.
Yeah.
I just think it goes a little deeper than books. What you think?
Right.
I think things are different. As we grew up, those books, we were blinded by a lot of things in life. We wasn't exposed to the racism, and our parents shield us a lot more. Our children nowadays are more they're not blinded. They're exposed to so much more.
Right.
And their eyes are open. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much, they're exposed to racism through TV, media. They're getting it so
Fast.
early.
Yeah, they're getting it fast. Yeah, they getting it
They're
real
not
fast,
getting
yeah.
it when we got it like in adults. They
Right.
getting it in young age.
We just thought it was normal. Like, that's normal behavior when it really was some bullshit. You
Right.
know what I mean?
What you said.
Well,
What you said.
And then too, you have to think about it like this. When the books first started coming out, you do have people who addressed the concern about it, but it was like a taboo situation.
Right.
Where you see it, but it's not okay to make a big deal out of it.
Right.
But now we have people, who are not afraid to say, well, look, we look at this, it's really offensive, and you actually calling somebody's hand about it. So
Yeah.
Options.
Right.
yeah.
There are more options out there now.
Yeah.
More options for us to say the things we think we can say them out loud.
Right. Even with social media, everybody like podcasts. Everybody making a podcast, vlogs. You know what I mean? They doing their own thing. So there's a lot of information out there. You can go get at any time, agree or disagree.
Right.
Either way, it's out there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just gotta kind of go through the weed it out. You know what I'm saying? Your own way, see what's good for you, what's not. You know what I mean? So I don't even think the book's even worth mentioning, but you know what I'm saying, we can if you want to, but it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because I think, like I say, it's bigger than these books.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, what I mean?
It is, but I have to make a comment because I did teach reading. But we had some books. The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison was pulled. So
Right.
I mean, a lot of things they are actually pulling because they said due to the content. So it's just still if you're gonna be equal, pull all the books that's not dealing with what they need to be dealing with.
Right.
Right, at this point, then, I mean, you need to put a lot of old TV shows too.
Yeah.
Too, right?
They're doing
They
it.
shouldn't,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, a lot of stuff got to be pulled.
Yeah.
They're
To be
doing
honest,
it.
I really think
Right.
our children should do what we had to do. Just grab an encyclopedia and start reading.
Right. You sure.
We want to go back.
Absolutely.
You just told all your age.
Right, man. Do they even make them anymore?
That's what they do.
It's called Google. It's called
Hey,
Google.
what up?
You don't read Google, you hear Google.
What's up, man? Got these man. What's up, mama? Man, I see you out here, man. What up with you, Greg? You did what I'm saying, Maya. You know what I'm saying, man? Thanks for joining us, man, on this O.C.B. After Dark. You did what I mean. All right, man. We got some more. Anything else about this Dr. Seuss thing? We talk about that enough because it'll get me a little hot, a little heated,
We don't want to do that early in the show. It's too early in the show to get hot.
What's it? Okay, Miss Brenda, can you read these current events for me? This next one.
All right, the second current event is Divided House narrowly passed a sprawling bill that would extend civil rights protections to prohibit discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation or gender identity. And, that's a big thing because, I do have to say that I have a cousin who has done that change.
Yeah.
And, to really think about it, you have a lot of people who are afraid because, back in the day, it was, not a good thing. They were harassed, they were discriminated against. And then, when we look at our society today, everything is changing, just like Mike said.
Right.
So, we have to kind of, adjust with the times and respect everybody because when we get done, that's what Martin Luther King, that's what the whole Black history thing is about, everybody, being equal, and having rights.
Right. So basically, man, let people do what they want to do. It's their life, man. They got to deal with it, man. Stay out their way.
I only say it because I say it.
Right. Oh. The moral of the story is.
Yeah, man. Stay out of grown folk business.
Wow.
Even on that, man. But so even on that, and I don't want to talk about it too much. What about kids? How old do you have to be to make that decision? You think anybody?
Honestly, just a conscious decision. You should be above the age of 18. Because sometimes you can make a decision by being influenced.
Right.
So because when our kids be in that impressionable age, since they doing it, maybe it's only right that I do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think just personal, don't beat me down, but at 18, you can finally make some decisions. You kind of thinking for yourself now. You really are on your own if your parents taught you to be like that.
Right.
I think it needs to be 18 or up, but I'm not sure what the actually mandated age would be.
Right. I don't know.
I think some states have different ages, 16, 17, some 18. Just depends.
But that got to be a hard decision to make, though.
Well,
even as being a parent, because you know what I'm saying, even as babies, sometimes have both, and you have to choose. The parent have to choose, or the doctor have to choose. You know what I mean? So it's either way, man. Like I say, man, to us, y'all family, man, do what you need to do, man, to get through it. You know what I'm saying? But don't be bashing people and making them feel better. They already have a hard enough decision. You know what I'm saying? Just living. You know what I'm saying? Then going through the hormonal issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being young and this, that, and the third. So
even with us being in education, with me being with middle schoolers, I see that a lot. Like Eric said, that they're changing so drastically. Where they want to do this today, tomorrow they want to do something that's different, and that's fine. But when you go to doing a whole lot of surgical procedures, you really need to be able.
You have
that's
to.
like getting that tattoo on your neck at 17.
Right.
And then you can actually
You wonder why you're gonna get hired.
It's because I've had guys that have wear the wigs and want to know they can wear the dresses.
Right.
And as a parent, I love my child. And I'm gonna look at it like this: whatever you're comfortable with, mama gonna support you. I may not agree with it, but I'm gonna support you, because if you don't have mama or somebody in your corner, then you're already doing.
And I think that's a big thing too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Support. And I don't think, and a lot of families, especially black people, we have support, but not in that way. We just say what God said, and you just leave it alone, instead of like, well, we need to go to counseling. Well, we need to sit down and see what the underlying thought process of it is. Not only just what we talking about, that's just anything.
Oh yeah, of course.
Feel what I mean?
Of course.
So,
Kids are exposed to again, like we said, they're exposed to so much more now.
Right.
So that gives them more options. We wasn't. Mom and dad didn't say no is no, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Now they in their own little bubble. Have nobody to talk to. They done shut off, and then you talking about what's wrong with you.
Yep.
You done close them out. They don't have nobody to talk to at this point, so they gonna listen to the idiot.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
I've even had people that have, taken the children to get, exorcists done.
Oh my goodness, the camps.
Trying to get these demons out. And when you get done, you can keep doing that, but whatever is in you to do, that's what you're gonna do.
Right.
And I've always learned, the more that you tell me not to do it, I'm gonna do it.
Right. And that's even being grown.
It's like having an itch. You just gotta scratch it sometimes. It's gonna go away. I mean, it doesn't mean it's just who you are gonna be or what you want to do in life. You just want to figure it out on your own.
Right. And then and on that note, man, baby, let me get some of that O.C.B.
I know you're thirsty. I got the Gatorade to quench your thirstiness. I got that extra bonus if you're talking mess. And that's just it. Yeah, that's just this Thursday. Lord have mercy. You're not birthday. Pull up in that brand new Hershey. Windows down like you're that person. And I'm just talking push smoke off my person. Grab yourself a glass. I know you want this night to last. 'Cause everything is cool. I know that girls get thirsty too. I know that you can't get me out your mind. So let's stop wasting time. 'Cause everything is cool. I know that girls get thirsty too.
Yeah, man, them girls get, I said good. Them girls get thirsty too.
Go ahead and drink up, Ericka.
It's too early to be fooling with you, Mike, so I'm not going to do it.
Time to get started.
I'm not going to do it.
Already, man. So, man, let me ask y'all a question, man. What you think about this Kanye Kim thing?
I expected it.
The separation. Yeah, I thought it would have been way before now.
Me too.
You know
But, each kid is a dollar sign. So.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
She had to make sure that she had a pot together.
Right.
Yeah. But so what you think
Her
about just the fact that he don't want her to interrupt when he having time with the kids? What y'all think about that? Is it fair?
Yes.
Y'all the women.
Well, I guess in his defense, he doesn't want, if you with them most of the time, and then once he gets them, calling every minute, what are they doing, give me an update.
Right.
I think that's silly. Because if he's with them, he needs to spend time. If he needs to contact her, he can do that.
Right, because he's a parent just like her, right?
Honestly, I think it was more of business move because, she's part of the Kardashians, that TV show. So, cameras want to follow right about now.
So he don't want no part of it.
He's trying to, distance himself from that. This their last year, though. Yeah, they got to go out with a bang, so why not go out with a divorce? Just saying.
But it's important, though, right?
I think it's important.
I think that decision should be the children's decision.
But they too young, though, to even make it.
They are too young. They are. But at some point, it should be the children's decision, how they want to spend time with their parents.
I think it will get to that point, though.
And I agree with you to a point, but still, like, it gonna be kids to be like, I want to be with both of y'all at the same time. You know damn well you can't be in the room with her. You know what I'm saying?
Be like, okay, I'm gonna come back after this fact.
Right.
Go ahead, be with your babies.
Right. At least they ain't got no hard feelings. As we can see.
As we can see, that they have a good poker face.
Right. Which is great. Unlike Miss Black China, she ain't getting no child support.
She thought she had the bag.
She got that man ready to kill her. Fooling with some Wendy Williams down.
Oh my goodness.
So, what's the story with them, man?
Well, basically the story that Black China is saying that she has 2 children. She has one with Tigger. What's it? How do you Tiger. And she has one with Rob. And so basically, she's saying that she's not getting any child support from either of them, but they're trying to do it where in the court hearing for Rob, that when he has the baby, then he's responsible for all of the expenses. And then with Tiger, his defense is she's never taken me to court. But to me, you should have enough sense to know.
Right, them your kids. Take care of them. Right.
Dudes don't realize if they go ahead and take care of themselves, they have the advantage. And I don't think a lot of guys will take.
So what does in y'all point of view, what does actual child support look like?
Actually being there.
What it look like?
See, you finna go to a whole nother level.
You want me to tell you what they look like?
Yeah.
Okay. Daycare fee, insurance, clothing needs, food needs, haircut needs. Because some people think that you get this little check, that's all you getting. But when you really break it down, my child is like a car note in insurance.
Right,
I'm not gonna lie. He's like a car note insurance. So we need help.
Right. I agree.
I don't get that, so I don't know what I feel like.
But do it, so that means you got to still pay half a house note and light bill too, and they car note. I'm just asking. That's why I said what it looks like.
Okay, so I'm gonna break it down.
What it look like from my point of view.
I'm gonna tell you from my perspective.
I'm waiting for my change.
I was blessed to go to school and be able to manage my own. So, even if I got anything from him, I'm still gonna manage. If I got to go get another job, I'm still gonna manage. But at the same time, you shouldn't have to ask me, hey, does he need a coat? Does he need this? There are expenses every month that this baby has to have. So, common sense. Regardless if she's making a lot of money, which she is,
you still supposed to.
Right. I mean, you got to wait on her to ask you for something?
Right. So, and that's the point. And I guess at that point, that's when the court system should get in it, right?
Well, now.
Or not.
I hate to keep
Can I be at the? Can I dip in this? One, I don't receive child support.
Right.
Sperm donor is not there. So,
dude, if you're watching, please send something.
No, I'm good. If you don't send nothing, I'm cool too.
Some draws.
Pay for a haircut, something, Lord. No, but. I'm just a strong believer in both parties really being there. And it's not just financial. This child needs spiritual balance. They need connection. They need to know that even though the parents are not together, we will come together on behalf of you. We're going to love you through whatever you go through. It has to be a love and respect situation.
Have to see it, feel it.
Yeah, they got to feel it. You got to know that your dad's there even though your dad's not there.
Let me say this.
I'm
being good. Actually, I'm being good. Okay. Fortunately, in my situation, I have 2 absolutely the best mothers of my children I could ever ask for. And what I know about being and raising children, we forget about those things because I'm not there with them every day. Right. When they wake up sick, when they got to go to the doctor, when they're sports and things interfere with her time of the day, and I'm not available to fill in. So yeah, monetary is what the court system wants us to do, but those little things that the mothers do that a lot of men miss. I'm not defending the women who take advantage of it. I'm gonna make sure I say that, men. I'm not defending those. But what I am defending is the ladies and the women who have to deal with the snotty noses and the throwing up, and
time off work out
and the kids upset and doing the homework.
No breaks.
The men in those children's lives, or the fathers of those children, are not around.
Right.
They're just looking at the dollar sign. Don't get me wrong. Some of them dollar signs pretty high.
Yeah.
But any amount, and like she said, any amount would help.
Right. That don't mean, hey, you got to choose between your shoes and your baby. Right. You know what I'm saying? The baby comes first. You know what I'm saying?
If you're in the line for Jordans, get him some too.
But you got some of these people that get these new cars with these rims on.
Right.
And I mean, I've had to just sit and watch. And one of the kids, when I taught second grade, they were doing spelling words. And so when he came in, he just had to stand up and read this to the class. And he said, Miss Sanders, I'm going to read this to you. And I said, go ahead. He said, my daddy is a bum because he doesn't come see me or pay child support. And I said, why you put that on there? He said, well, Miss Sanders, he doesn't spend time with me. And that's the thing, as you have these black males who, they're flashing all this other stuff, but the whole thing is, it didn't matter how sorry these men were. Their children loved their daddy.
Exactly.
They did.
Exactly.
Yeah, that is true.
And I just feel like whatever it is, I don't care what you got going on. Put them first.
Yes.
If you got a new boo, hey, the new boo had to be to the side for a minute so you can interact with your child, and then eventually bring them in so they can meet them. But I mean, you got to get some stuff established first.
This is a vicious cycle in
It
is.
And we got to change
black
is.
community, to be honest with you.
It's all communities, really.
It's
but
all
you know what I'm saying? But
we got the face of it. A majority of the time.
Exactly.
We the
face
face
of
of it.
The face of it. Yeah. And on that note, people, let me tell you something. International Women's Day just passed, right? This International Women's Month, right?
You're
so,
right.
man, we're going to let the women do the round of applause. So we're going to let the women do the sports this time because these are some great things. Who want to take this one on? Ms. Brenda, go ahead.
Hey, Ms. Brenda.
The first one is former Virginia teacher named NFL's first black female referee. Maya Shaka has officially become the first black woman added to the NFL's officiating roster. And if I pronounced her name wrong, I do apologize.
And she talking about she teach reading. Stop it.
So she has some good credentials. She was a physical education teacher, graduate from Norfolk State, Virginia University, where she received a degree. And the thing is, I saw a commercial about another young woman who was doing the same thing, and she was, on the professional football team where she was given the plays. It just allows the girls to see that, even though you're a girl, you still belong, you still can pitch in.
Right.
Because that was male dominated.
Right.
Yes, Lord.
That's dope. That's it. We got another one.
Let's see. We got
Miss. Go ahead.
Yeah, we got Miss Sarah Thomas making history as the first woman to officiate the Super Bowl.
Man, congrats.
Is that not the sexiest thing you ever heard?
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
She was the first woman ever to officiate the Super Bowl. Miss Thomas is accustomed to being a trailblazer. She was the first woman to officiate the major college football game, and in 2015 she became the first full-time female official in the NFL. That is dope.
Round of applause
that was
for
dope.
the ladies, man. That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? Black queens, man. Queens. You did what I mean?
Shout out my mom for being a black queen.
Go
all
ahead.
day. Mama Hughes, I don't tell you enough, but I appreciate you for always being the reason why I'm the woman I am today. And I love you. Thank you for everything you do. Happy Women Day. I appreciate you. I throw you $1 when I get home.
Man, she broke.
Yeah, you're right. She right. She know the truth. She know the truth.
Look, she gonna cook you a bologna sandwich.
Right, I got you. Good bologna though. The rag bologna.
I want one.
I can't with you.
Yeah, on that note, baby, let me get some of that O.C.B. real country shit, you dig? Yeah, real country shit, boy. That's how we do it out here in the city, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, boy. Better know exactly. Drunk, still drinking, took a bath, still stank, you know what I'm talking about? O.C.B, baby. I'm a country boy doing them country things. I'm in that country slang, letting this hammer swing. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. I'm a country boy doing them country things. I'm in that country slang, letting this hammer swing. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Climbing trees, spend that while I'm in the city, watching little kids play. Not a worry on my mind, I'm feeling carefree. Down here in the country, everything is on me. Don't get it twisted, oh yes, we get crunk. Just might do the stunt, just might pull the pump. But head and still, I'm just a down boy. With a lot of joy, making a lot of noise. Country boy doing them country things, off in that country slang. Yeah, that's your boy, O.C.B, country boy. You better know it, Jack. One is D, if not D. If you don't know, you will. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So what is we gonna do, man? We're gonna get up into that Facebook news. You know what
Man, it's ratchet time.
Yeah, you better know it.
It's ratchet time. What's going on, y'all?
Man,
it's your girl, DearMeQueen, here to give you the latest and the greatest on Facebook news. Now, I do have something I want to ask the men's in the building.
Men's?
There was a poll posted on Instagram earlier this week, and it basically says, can a man just be friends with a woman that's in a relationship?
Yes.
Explain.
Explain.
Yeah, you explain that one.
You go ahead and explain it.
Go ahead, tell me, Mike.
I can meet a woman and don't have a physical attraction to her. I just enjoy her conversation.
And she married.
And she married.
He said that a little too slow.
She can be married. I mean, I would respect the boundaries of their relationship.
Right.
I'm not gonna call her.
But it's not you respecting what you think the husband gonna say.
Now, hold on. Let me say this. I said I would respect the boundaries. If the husband don't like it, then I would cut it off. But if I have
Oh, y'all just gonna be friends behind his back.
No, I wouldn't do
Behind the tent.
You're gonna be work
now,
friends.
25 years ago. 25 years ago. I had a big meeting around the corner.
Oh, Lord.
But seriously, now at the growth that I've gotten to, no, I wouldn't. I would actually cut it off. I would be the one that step up and say, you know what, hey, if you need anything, you know, you can call. But other than that, let's cut out the chit chat.
But
Right.
well,
That sound good, but I don't even know if I
Right.
believe you could.
But hey, I said it's someone I'm not physically attracted to.
What if you were?
If I was physically attracted to, I would go running. I would run and
Well, at least
run
you
and
didn't
run
lie
and run and run and run and run. And she bet not call me.
Oh, wow.
I did.
Okay, so since we're on,
Yeah, don't ask me.
I know you can't answer this right now.
Could, but I ain't.
Shouts out to the wife. Shouts out to the wife. Okay, so this is a throwback question. Sex on the first date.
no.
No.
There's the answer.
That's
What
a
you mean?
whole move right there.
Sex on the first.
That's a
Sex
whole
on the
move
first
right there.
date. And I'm going to tell you why this is a question on here. But go ahead. I want to hear.
I just feel like, if, like my grandmother used to always say, why give the milk and not purchase the cow? Because, I mean, that's pretty much what you're doing.
Right.
And then think about it, I don't have enough time to really know anything about you. So if I give it up on the first date, then the first thing you can be like, well, you know what, she giving up to me. Who else should have done that with?
Right. Okay. Anybody want to
Nope,
concur?
I ain't touching that one either. No, for real though. Now, I don't see nothing wrong with it personally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I was gonna do it.
Right.
For the people that do it.
Okay.
Put the guard down, White. Put the guard down.
There's
But
too
my
many
thing
witnesses.
My thing is, if I do that, who's to say that you like, okay, well, I got that, so that's it. I don't have to call you. I don't have to see you. We can, exchange awkward looks, all of that. I mean, you could actually be a nice person.
Yeah.
You know, somebody that I really want to be with.
But what if you just wanted to sleep with him?
You get that up front.
That's sex on the first date.
No, you tell them, look.
Oh, you make it known.
You get a warning sign and say, look, this is what I want.
Right.
I don't want no commitment. I don't want none there. You know,
I remember that was one of our shows.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm saying, me personally, I think that you need to earn it.
Yeah.
And that's not something I just need to freely give away. Because you might be a crazy.
Okay. So, Michael, we got a caller.
We got a caller.
Oh, I want to hear this.
Yeah. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, it's Asia.
What up, Asia? What up with you?
I just had a comment on the question about sex on the first night, whatever.
Go ahead.
I think that there's nothing wrong with that, especially in this day and time. Most people do one night stands, and
do not go to sip. No pistol.
I'm just saying these days people have stuff like Tinder and stuff like that, so they're just looking for just that on the first night, like nothing more. Nothing less, but I also think it's okay even if that wasn't the case. I think society preps us to think that, if a woman gives it up on the first night, she's a hoe or whatever. I think that's just society. And if you take that out of your thinking, then you wouldn't see nothing wrong with it either, because guys do it all the time and they just don't get slut shamed. So
she's actually talking about the facts that I actually found out about this. Right. So some women say it is an assertive move to dominate the relationship. Men have said that sex on the first date, they will question the female, because if they're giving it up in the first 3 hours of me knowing your last name, I'm gonna have questions. Whereas a woman being assertive and saying, hey, I just want the D. I don't want anything else past this. It's an assertive move. Right. So this day, she's absolutely right. Don't kill her.
I'm going to be the bad person here.
I understand.
Please do call me. Man, they both gonna have a talk right after this podcast.
She not saying she do it.
I know, baby. I'm just talking. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be the bad person on this one now. I guess.
Hold on.
I just look at it from this perspective. If I'm getting it from you on the first date, who's to say you don't have claps, gonorrhea, HIV, PIV? A whole lot of stuff, because I don't know.
OPP.
Well, you turn on the light.
Herpes.
And you look closely with the flashlight.
Right. You gotta scope them up.
You just got to kiss them, and they tell you they
also, always use condoms. Always use condoms.
Right,
and you want, to protect yourself. Right. If you are doing those things.
There's some stuff out there that eat the rubber.
Yeah.
Well,
that's that
super use condoms,
STD.
But, just understand that those condoms can come off.
And break.
And pop.
And it does say on the package, only 99.9%.
All right, hey, Bum, man, appreciate it. Okay, baby, yeah, man. Round of applause, hey, Bum, calling in. It's my baby girl. You did what I'm saying. I mess with it, man. Okay, we got anything else on Facebook News? Where we at?
I'm gonna let y'all choose this last one. So we got Prince Harry and Meghan interview with Oprah, or the Come to America 2 movie and how Black Twitter hated it.
Let's talk about the Coming to America.
Go ahead. America. Go for it. As you know, recently Coming to America had a part 2. I thought it was dope that you saw so much beauty in this movie, from the clothing having their own meaning to the actual storyline that was put forth. It wasn't a bad baby daddy situation. He actually loved his son. He just didn't know because, Simi got him in trouble. It was just a beautiful story, and Black Twitter went off on it because it was supposed to be more original like the first one. Well, you got to think about it. It's the second movie.
What, 30 years later?
30 years later. What do you expect?
They
got mad. Yeah, they got mad at the fact that the barbershop was still there and the original character from the barbershop was still there.
They been dead.
What are you now, 80?
110.
It was that weed that kept them alive.
I thought it was good. It was family oriented.
It was.
And for them to add the things in that they did, I liked it.
I liked it. Michael, did you see it?
I watched it.
Okay.
The beginning did start off kind of slow. I'm gonna be honest, but as it grew into the movie, I began to love it. I love the love scene. I love the chase. I love how they connected innocently.
Right.
That was so beautiful to me.
What I thought was dope was how they kept the female character in an entrepreneur spirit.
Right,
She wanted her own regardless. Even though I have a man, I still want to have ownership of something that's just mine. So I thought that was a dope storyline. I thought the daughters, the lead being so strong in her world. I wish I knew her name, but she did an amazing job. I thought it was a dope movie. I thought it was a great throwback moment. And have a little bit of nostalgia. You know, we got a little sex chocolate in there too.
Man, well, we got a couple of little questions in there. I mean, or these statements of questions.
Okay. Some statements.
Maya said that she thought the movie was good. She felt like people expected too much from it because they, assumed that it was going to be like the first. But when you really think about it, like she said, the first is, they're going to always put a lot of things into it and make it look good. And then Jessica states that Coming to America 2 was amazing. Nothing but positivity and beauty. Definitely was so many lessons if you paid attention. She's
right. Really, and I'm just amazed how the women look like they look better now than they did.
Gorgeous.
Just, black beauty. Like, you know what I mean?
Something else that I like. I like the fact of how even though the son's mother came, how they all blended. Nobody, and she didn't come trying. I'm trying to take your man and nothing like that. But it was
open
cohesive.
arm,
and that's how it is. With me, even though my fiance, he's already been married before and divorced, but we have a cohesiveness where we get along fine.
Right.
It's no nitpicking and all the other stuff. If we're together, in a room with each other, we can do things together, talk, conversate. And I think that's how it should.
I like them accents. I'm thinking about going over there.
Well, go to Rick Ross' house. That's where they shot the movie.
I know, right?
So go to Rick Ross' house.
We got to set up us a trip to Africa, man.
Let's go. O.C.B. in Africa. That'd be dope.
Man, that would be. And not South Africa, neither. You crazy. Man, on that note, man, we're going to play some O.C.B. and we're going to hit you with this shot word right after. Go ahead, baby.
I've been around the world many times before, but I've never been to a place quite like this. No, place so warm and cozy, so relaxing and comfortable, so predictable and exciting. Oh no. So I won't leave, I won't go. I'm gonna stay forever. No matter what people say, I'm gonna stay anyway. 'Cause I've never been to a place quite like this. No, I've never been to a place
Quite like this. Yeah, man. O.C.B. man. Ericka Hughes, appreciate that. Yeah,
That's my
man.
song right there.
Hey, man, it's that time.
Let's go.
Man, shot word of the day. Y'all see it. Anger management. You better know it. What you gonna do? Y'all see it. We got the there we go. Anger management, man. We got to try to see who gonna win, man. The person with the anger or the cooler heads really prevail. You dig what I mean? So it's a shot word. So I gotta take my shot. It's me.
Oh my God, for the small cup.
Wait a minute.
Oh my God.
Where did these come from?
Oh yeah, I got y'all locked and loaded. I got this one, the special brew. Here you go.
Call it Fowler because we can't say the real name of these cups. Sponsored by Fowler.
Man, shot word, man. You been an anger management, man. Toast up with your boy for the shot word, man. You got what?
He took my drink.
Where mine is it?
There you go. Yeah.
That
There you go.
smell, man.
You ready? Shot word.
Shot word. Oh, good God.
Mm-hmm.
This some moonshine?
Huh?
Is this some moonshine?
Yeah.
Got hit with the Gina.
I can't see that far. Who can see that? Ericka, one of y'all
Ow.
got.
Not now.
I'm seeing double. Wait a minute.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Anger management is the process of learning to recognize signs that you're becoming angry and taking action to calm down and deal with the situation in a productive way.
Y'all got that, people. So we gonna get into it, man. So we have like, I guess, different kind of stages to anger. I guess you can say. You know what I'm saying? Well, we have passive aggressive, open aggressive, and what's assertive anger. Assertive anger.
Hey.
We all gonna need AA after this. After that shot, we all gonna need it.
So what do y'all think about like how? I guess we can go around the table. I guess just ask like, let's start with Mike this time. How do you deal with anger? Personally, right.
Back in the day, I used to just pop off, say whatever comes to my mind, no matter who hurt, what feelings come out, whether it's a swing or verbal or what have you. But I found that made my blood pressure go up.
Right.
So now how I deal with it, I pause. I just pause. I pause and I let them say whatever they got to say, and my response is okay. The reason I do that, it gives me opportunity to understand what they're saying so I can either defend myself or understand why they're angry so we can try to fix it. Because if both of us angry going back and forth, somebody going to jail.
Right. And I don't understand that because that's one thing about anger is not necessarily bad. It's just the way you deliver it. Like if it making you, like you said, just jump right into it, want to fight, constant argument, just going straight for it instead of like, calming down. Let me woo-saw, whatever you need to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just calm down. Because anger just emotion just like anything else. Yeah. You have to have anger.
Right.
But it's the way you project it. You know what I mean? About you, how do you handle anger?
I think I'm a cool-headed person. And it doesn't matter what situation. Mike, stop looking at me like that.
He must know something we don't know. Right?
I'm gonna bullshit out.
I honestly feel like I have a cool head until I'm pushed or I allow things to build up.
Right.
I'm bad at it.
And that's,
I'm
and that's
horrible
a part of the problem. And that's where it stems from too.
Right.
The build up.
The
not
build
having
up.
a release.
Right. So back in the day, I'll just put it in a pretty little jar and pop it on a shelf, and then randomly it'll be something so simple as putting my phone face down and I'll snap. So I say, you know what? That's not good for anybody. That's not good for my son to see. It's not good for anybody in. I can't stand Mike. I cannot stand him, and I can say that freely without being angry.
Okay.
But I've learned to take 10 minutes. I don't care where the 10 minutes is. I don't know how I get there, at work, at home. Just take 10 minutes to regroup myself and put myself back in a positive place. And it's the most natural thing that I have. So.
Okay, cool. Hold on, we got a caller. Go ahead, caller. This your boy O.C.B. Talk to me.
Hey, this is Dr. Sanders just calling in to get familiarized with this great panel coming up here.
Oh, okay. What's going on, brother? I ain't seen you in a while. You know what I'm saying? I wish we had a video up here so we can video chat with you. You know what I'm saying? How you been doing?
I am doing great. What about you?
Man, I've been great, man. Trying to get some pass some knowledge around.
Excellent.
So you psychologist, right? How many letters you got?
That's the
I
first
love
question.
the jokes already. That is great. This is a fun panel, I see. I have 3 letters.
Right. So I guess we since you already know, as you know, we're talking about anger management and how to deal with it. And I guess we want you to kind of explain it from your point of view, from a science point of view, I guess you can say, different stages of it first. I guess.
Absolutely.
I guess we can start from which is it, passive aggressive or whatever you want to start from. You just give a science from a scientist's point of view of about anger management.
Sure. Well, let me just say firstly, I'm just very excited for this platform that each of you is using to enlighten people about these different mental health issues. And so anger is one of those things that it's one of the 5 basic emotions, of course, and it will always be a part of our lives in some way. And when done properly, it can be used in a very healthy way. And so many times when we think of anger, we think of something in a hostile environment, something aggressive. But what I want to challenge the listeners to think about is to figure out ways, and I'll help each of them do that, to use anger in a way that moves them forward in a progressive manner. And so when it's used in an unhealthy way, that's when things seem to get out of hand, when it's beyond the emotional being. So some basic types of anger. The first is behavioral anger, and that's one of the things that we see most often, where it starts verbally and then it escalates into more and more things becoming physical. And so that's when you see the person getting upset and they punch a wall or they turn over the chair. And so this is what we want to help people kind of move away from, because at that moment the anger is dictating your actions, and we never really want to be in a position in that way, because what happens is we have a lot of consequences to that behavior. The second is chronic anger. And chronic anger, those people who are always upset about everything. Those people who, no matter what perspective you have, they're always upset and always angry. And so what I call that is a transfer of power. And so what you want to do is be careful of those kind of persons and steer yourself clear of those people for the most part, because what they can do is their mood can impact your mood and cause you to be irritable. And so what we try to do with that is to help people recognize, what those symbols look like in people. And for children and adults as well, it starts a lot of times with physiological symptoms. And that's just simply the churning of the stomach. Your heart starts to race. You start to sweat. And so when you start to notice those things, then the anger has already gotten a little bit beyond what we want to have happen. So again, be clear of those people with chronic anger. But the one that I want everybody to take away is constructive anger. Now, this is the one I love, because this is channeling the anger into passion or purpose to help the person move in a forward motion. And so an example would be, let's say you live in a community that is impoverished in some way. And so what you're seeing around you, it makes you angry. So what it does is it fuels you to start an initiative to help that community to prosper and move forward. And so that's where we want people to be, in a constructive anger manner, which means you're working the anger is not working you.
Okay.
The fourth is passive aggressive,
okay.
And this is the one that's very tricky here too. And so this is the one where you are not saying that you're angry, but your actions show that you're angry. And so I'm gonna. There you go. I'm going to show you with my facial expression or the way that I treat you. So I'm not saying that I'm angry, but you will know based on my actions. And the very last one that I always move to is the self-inflicted anger. And those are the persons whom I treat who are trying to cut themselves or ingesting pills or doing something in the way that's going to cause some type of physical ailment or hospitalization. And so with all that, the main thing is make sure we move to the constructive anger, and some tips on how we get that done. Always think before you act. That's the big thing. So once you start with anger, if you say certain words, you can't take those things back. And so we want you to be very mindful, to be open to the process. And I call it technique FRED, F-R-E-D. And what that means is freeze, stop what you're doing, relax your body muscles, evaluate what you're going to say, and then decide to say it in a way that's very pleasant and constructive. Another thing that's important is to make sure you're doing some physical exercise. That's a great thing to increase endorphins in your brain, as well as release that cortisol emotion where we want that down in the brain. And so I call it in through the breath. So that's in through the nose.
I did that
out through
last
the
night.
mouth. Great. You're doing a great job. Excellent. And so if you keep doing that, what's happening is you're actually increasing the gray and white matter in your brain. And what that does is it helps with your memory. It helps with your concentration. So again, in through the nose, out through the mouth from the diaphragm, and moving that anger around. And always start with I statements when you're addressing anger. So try not to project blame. You say, I felt upset because you said this, not you made me do this because I'm mad. So it's learning how to change the language. And very last but not least is learning to seek professional help when that's important. I can't characterize enough in the African American community where we want to demystify the mental health and make people understand that it's something that you need. It doesn't mean that you're crazy. It means that you're trying to get on the right path. And surprisingly enough, the pandemic has brought out a lot of negative emotions in persons because we've been restricted on doing things. And so with all of those things, I think it will give everybody a component to make sure that we're using that anger in a way that's not destructive, but it's enhancing our well-being.
All right.
Big brother.
Yeah.
Yes. Always a big brother.
Look, I do have one question. So
Sure,
even with all
pleasure.
of the good advice that you gave, at what point, do we know, or do we, get to the point we need professional help?
You know what? When you tried all of those techniques, from deep breathing to walking away from things, when it's something where that behavior is so destructive that it's causing you problems in your job or with your family, that's when you need something outside of what you're doing. And so that's why I would say, seek professional help. And that means just a counselor somewhere around in that community. Now you have resources at your fingertips that you can Google, and that is in the way of LPCs to doctors like myself. But yeah, when it gets to be problematic for those around you and to who love you, that's when you need something a little bit more additional, and that's what I would recommend.
That's what's up. Anything else? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes.
Towards children. What kind of techniques would you recommend for helping someone deal with their anger under the age of like 10 or like a teenager? What are some techniques that you can give us that we can use as parents to guide the anger?
Question. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great question. And again, with teens and developing adolescents, that's, again, a very natural emotion. But one thing I always like to tell them to do is to journal their feelings. Kids are very different from adults where we verbalize very differently. But if they can write their feelings out or draw what's happening, then it gives you an idea of kind of what they're feeling. And it brings that internal out to the external completely. Another thing that you can do is, it's I call it, it's a timeout, but it's a time for them to be able to, again, also focus on breathing, but to be able to settle themselves so that when they start to feel angry about something, that they have that time to recalibrate their emotions in a quiet space, and then they can come and communicate their emotions to you, whomever, in a more appropriate way. So it's just those key things I usually like to work with children to help them express the anger in a little bit different way.
That's what's up. Anything, Mike? You have any questions?
No, he spoke the truth.
Yeah, man.
Basically, I like the one basically we said Musa.
Yeah, slow it down.
Yes, absolutely. And remember, every time you do the woosah, you are improving that gray and white matter in your brain, and that's what we want to have happen. If you can do that, then what it does is it also stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, which simply means that it's your relaxation response. And I say if you're relaxed, then you can't be anxious or mad. But if you're anxious or mad, then that means you need to do something to activate the parasympathetic system so that your body knows to relax. And breathing is the quickest way to do that, to get the brain to trigger so your body triggers.
I don't know those words that you know. I know this from personal lifelong experience.
Yeah.
When I say, it goes away. I mean, I don't know what's all going on in my head, but it goes away.
Yeah, men ain't to calm down and just walk away. Sometimes.
Absolutely. That's a great thing. Just keep doing that. Great thing.
I do have a question from Miss Evelyn Wright Johnson. She did say hello. What do you do when someone continues to push your buttons? You're done with the conversation. Oh, she hit one on but they continue to make you upset and angry.
What you would do in a situation like that happens more often than not. But what you have to do is you have to verbalize. And I say a quick script is, you know what, I'm getting very upset. So let me remove myself from this conversation. I'll be back in about 20 minutes. But I need to, again, get myself together. The worst thing that you can do is to keep engaging, because what happens is if they're pushing the buttons, then what they're going to do is push that right button, and then it's going to take the person outside of their character. And at that point, you've lost control. And remember, the key is to never let someone else's behavior and actions control what you do. So it's all about you being in control. And that's where those breaths come in, and verbalizing that I need to remove myself from this situation, in order to, get my wording together. And so that's what I would suggest to do, never to stay engaged, because once you're engaged, it is a battle and you want to win the battle, which means you will start to go for the jugular and you will start to say and do things that are very uncharacteristic. And again, we don't want to be in that place.
Well, I mean, we're pushed into that place every day at school. Pretty much. Via email, via text message, via you coming up to the school. And then, it was one thing that I really saw that popped out was, where in Arkansas, where the teacher made the child pour the tissue and feces.
I remember that.
And, I understand as an educator, we're taught that, we have to be calm, because, your license can be stripped. But, as a parent, I can't say that I can be that calm. And
I won't be.
Yeah, I can't say. Well, the child, they said that apparently this has been going on a lot at this school, where the children are 5 and 6 years old in kindergarten, and the teacher, out of order, is making them go in the bathroom if they're putting too much tissue in there with their bare hands and pour feces out. And I have a 6-year-old. I had to fuss at him from time to time about not flushing the toilet. And I just look at, as an educator, I know what I'm supposed to do, because my brother tells me, look, you got to calm yourself down. You can't act hood, up in the building.
But Lord, don't push me.
How is that teaching them by picking tissue?
It's not. But
it's
the thing
dehumanizing.
Is, just like he said, even with that, as a parent, the first thing that you want to do is
choke
you want to go get her.
No.
You gonna come all the way out of character for that,
Uncle.
So I mean, and this is
all
the question.
7 of them things you said went out the window.
I guess the question is, Dale, how all of this going on, how do you handle it? Because you gonna get angry.
Yeah.
That's a great question. I always tell people, when I'm working with other doctors, I always say, don't let people interfere with your money. And what I mean by that is, even as an educator, as whatever profession that you work in, you want to go out of the doors on your own recognizance and not have someone fire you. So, which means you always have to be in control of what's happening. Even as an educator, kids, of course, they make you mad, they push buttons, but as the adult in the room, you have to model the behavior that you want to see in them. So, which means, again, you have to step back, you have to order the room, and you have to do what you need to do as an educator, as a parent, as the adult. And again, the kids are the kids, so the adults should have a higher function.
So you just can't go in the room and put some baby powder in your hand and just slap the shit out of them.
No, you will be fired.
That's not what we want.
You will be fired.
Call a hot towel.
Absolutely not. We don't want that. We want always in control.
Miss Evelyn said that her favorite words are "Thank you, Jesus." Thank you, Jesus. Said over and over. But as a parent, I don't know.
I don't get to the cross that fast. I can't get to the cross that fast.
I won't never get to the cross. If that's going on. Man.
All I'm gonna say, I need some bail money.
I'm with you, Mike. I need some.
You done made my child go get some what?
I need some bail money too.
Lost your mind.
Damn, do you got me some bail?
Like, hey, let me call my nearest contact to come get me.
I'm gonna be downtown. Go ahead. I cash app you.
So what you gonna tell Dr. Sanders? I tried to do your techniques,
right.
but you know what? I need some bail money.
Yeah.
Ain't no try. You make my child go get some.
Tell you what I'm gonna do.
I'm
gonna take me some shots, smoke me some reefers, and I'm on your ass.
There's gonna be a lot of books flying around that place.
Yeah, man. Look, we O.C.B. After Dark, man. We talking about anger management. We supposed to be there this is the beginning, but we talking to Dr. Brenda Sanders, man. We just want to read off like who exactly he is. We've been talking to him for a while. With that, y'all really know him. So we gonna do this.
We did not follow protocol.
No, we didn't follow protocol.
So since he skipped the protocol, our discussion for tonight was anger management, and we decided, to ask my brother, since he is, a clinical psychologist, and he knows a little bit more than we do, because we got the hood way to fix it.
Right.
Exactly.
But he's gonna give us the professional way to do it.
Right.
And Mike really thanks you, Dr. Sanders. He really thanks you.
You saved somebody's life tonight. Don't even know it.
I ain't gotta call Pookie or Ray Ray.
So
it was an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Right,
and the other thing, and the other thing that this panel has very well too is humor, and humor is a good way to diffuse anger as well too. I say use that. That helps improve your mood as well too. But try not to go too far sometimes.
Oh Lord, Mike,
because what it does is it moves into the sarcasm, and so that's people upset. Right. But humor is a very good diffuser of anger.
Dr. Dale Sanders was born in Sardis, Mississippi, to my mother and father. My mother, Mrs. Elizabeth W. Sanders, and the late Lawrence Sanders. They were both school teachers. So he's the only one that did something different. Right. So my twin and I, we teach school. So he is the oldest. He tries to keep us in line. He went to Jackson State, got his bachelor's. He was the salutatorian of North Panola High School in 91. He received a doctorate of psychology and clinical psychology from Forrest Institute of Professional Psychology. He is a Kappa. And he is the former pole march of Greenville, South Carolina alumni chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. And he currently serves as staff psychologist for the Veterans Health Administration for Central Alabama Healthcare System, and is licensed to practice clinical and forensic psychology in the states of Alabama and South Carolina. He's a licensed minister. He aspires to be a pastor. He is married to my darling sister-in-law, Felicia. I hope you're listening. And I have a beautiful niece, Carrington.
All right. Round of applause. Yeah, man. Like, Dr. Sanders, anything else you want to conclude with, man? All I want to say to you, man, appreciate you, brother, for even giving us this. I know this cost.
It's free therapy.
Yeah, it's free therapy. Appreciate it. We probably cash app you.
Mike needed that free therapy tonight.
He needed that free therapy for real.
He needed that.
No, I just wanted to say thank you to this group and continue to do great things with this platform. Anything you need in the future with mental health or something that you need, please don't hesitate to call me. I will be more than happy to share information. That's what I'm here on this earth to do.
Yeah, give it up for my
man, give it up, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Like I say, we thank you, man. We'll holler at you again when we need you again, bro.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right, sir.
Okay.
All right, man. Yeah, that was Dr. Dale Sanders, man. Great guy, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all learned something. Like I said, if he had to call in, we'd been real. We'd be like, Miss Dear Me over there. We'd be ratchet right.
Baby, let me tell you how to really handle that situation.
Where's she at?
I don't fight. I don't argue. I just hit that with a bottle.
Did you drink some more wine?
Empty the bottle first. Don't waste nothing.
You gotta have weight on it.
So, man, on that though, man, give me some of that O.C.B.
Ooh, baby. Yeah. Oh.
That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. Man, you know what I mean?
I'm done. I'm gone.
Yeah, man. We got back, man. This your boy O.C.B, man. We got a little game right now. We gonna play. We gonna let Miss Hughes, Miss
Oh my God.
Miss DearMeQueen read the rules. So we're gonna be playing, but she's gonna read the rules. Go ahead.
So we got a game tonight called Wage Your Rage Game. Yes, you heard it correctly. Wage Your Rage Game. Panelists will be given a pair of cards, and we're going to play in teams. Each team will start with 100 points. Each team member will pull a card, 5 each, and try to get their teammate to guess the clue without saying the word. Oh, this is not going to be fun for me after 2 shots.
$1,000 pyramid.
It feel like it. It feel like charades-ish. Charades-ish. Before guessing each team will have to wager the amount less than 100 or bet the amount that the team will guess incorrectly or correctly. If they guess correctly, they will win points. If they guess incorrectly, yeah, you know what's going to happen. You're going to lose them points right there. You're going to have to run that. And you're going to have to take, you know what it is, a shot.
Right, big old shots.
Big things.
The one beside you over there.
I don't want to be teammates with Mike.
I don't guess,
we ain't going to work out.
So we're going to do guys against girls, women against men.
Yeah. It don't matter.
Women against men. Okay, we can do that. We do women against men.
I ain't trust Mike anyway, so.
Trust me, the trust have been out the window. Like,
okay, we got
trust been gone. This gonna be the last time.
Right. So we got the referee over here.
All right.
See, she got cards and
Choose who's gonna pick the 5.
choose who I get to choose.
Who's guessing?
Me and him teammates, right?
Who's gonna guess the words and who's gonna?
Oh yeah, me. So who first? Since it's the ladies. It's Women's National Women's Month.
Oh Lord.
We have to go first.
Oh Lord. You want to do the word and I'll guess, or I'll guess and you do the word?
It don't
Okay.
Who? The person who is guessing can't pull. It's the person that's
okay.
gonna be.
So she got to pull and you gonna guess.
If you get
Okay, I guess.
So you choose 5 cards.
Oh Lord.
she doing it like she did in Uno.
Like trying to cheat at a spade game.
Yes, and you or Mike.
Who want to guess? Me or
You want
you?
to give the clues, or you gonna say you get the clues? Let him get the clues when you guess.
Okay.
I ain't good with clues.
We gonna pray about me.
I'd rather guess.
You ready to guess?
I'd rather guess. No, you can't look at the bottom. You gotta take it from the top. Yeah.
5 cards.
I know what this is like. Win, lose, or draw.
Right.
Like taboo.
Taboo. I ain't never played taboo before.
5.
All right. So the ladies
So
going
when I'm
first.
throwing my hands in the air.
No, hold on. It's they turn first. It's they going.
Okay.
So
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Ready?
10 seconds.
Breathing deep, looking around. Mad? Upset?
Upset.
let me see.
I ain't that drunk.
Bush. No. So it's our turn now. We're going back and forth. So now we supposed to wage some money.
Oh, well, that was the tester.
That's an opener.
Okay.
We're giving, so here, you get one more start.
All right.
So we that was a test. All right. So now we got a wage.
I'm gonna wave 10. I'm gonna test your pimping.
Okay. 10. Okay. How
You want to wait?
You got the points.
Okay.
So I will
So
pencil with
15.
you.
So can I say anything?
Okay. So
Not the word on the card.
Not the word on the card.
let me see your card. I don't trust
AC
you.
ain't working.
I don't know how good I'm gonna do
My
with
AC
this.
not working at all. The oven on. It didn't warm the house up.
Fire. Hot.
It didn't warm that. Thank you.
Oh Lord.
Ooh. Do we got a time? How what's the time?
You want to get 10 seconds to guess?
All right.
Give me
Oh,
one
fine.
more.
Okay.
I dropped.
How much y'all bid?
I
bid.
How much y'all bidding?
How much
Don't
we
worry.
bid?
What you say, 15?
15. 15. That's how much I trust myself.
Man.
See, that wasn't right because we did really good on the first one. Right.
Well, give them an extra 5 for the effort. I'm gonna be generous.
I don't know.
Just because.
I'm gonna figure it out. We got this. We gotta do this for the women's.
For the women's.
For the women's.
Are you ready?
Slam. Hit. Throw. Tantrum. Kid tantrum. Jump. Fight. Be down. You want this.
You want me to tell her what it is?
Throw them bows.
Go postal.
I don't use that. Old ass word. Get that out of here. Go postal. You should show me a envelope or something.
Hey, so don't it mean we get that 15?
Shut up.
Where we at? We at Quinky 5.
All right. And that's we gonna bet 25 on this one.
You want to bet 25? You sure?
Man, not really, but I won't do it.
Let's go here.
Man, we go all the way in, bro.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. You better not do that one more time when I tell you no at this store. Quit flipping and flopping around on the floor because I told you not to do this.
But acting a fool, get a whooping.
Come on, Lou.
Stop it. Quit falling out and throwing your hands in the air.
Tantrum.
Yes, there we go.
Damn.
What?
I didn't know I thought
Yeah, you can talk.
You can talk.
See, they been fucking us up.
I'm telling you.
That fitted.
You know what? Okay, let's go. We got this.
Man, we got 50 more to go, man.
How much you want to wage?
I better wage it up.
Let's go 10.
Man, y'all gotta catch up.
Fuck that.
You ready?
All right, let's go.
Man, I know I borrowed your car and got it hit, but I don't even know, why.
My last ex-boyfriend.
I don't even know why.
Excuses.
I mean, it's just a scratch. What you trying to jump on me for?
Sound like my last ex-boyfriend. What was it?
Tripping.
Oh, yeah, she should have.
You should have said
What
Tripping?
we got? 10.
Why you all in my grill?
Okay, we going for the 40, man. We gonna get the whole.
How we pick these?
Man,
who made this game?
That's your ass.
Hey, so we get this right here, we win, right?
Yeah.
We betting 40.
ready?
All in.
This is what
Let's
happened.
go.
You ready for
Let's
it?
go.
Yeah.
Ready? This is what happened when the ice storm hit in my car. I did this.
Rick.
I did this. I lost something.
Come on, lose.
Driving in the ice and you
Crash.
Driving in the ice
Oh,
and you
shit. My bad. What was it?
lose control.
Lose control.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you showed. Damn it.
I don't trust myself on the next one.
50 to 60.
Who up?
Y'all up
By
by
10. Go
Okay.
ahead.
How much one way?
We're gonna bet 50.
All right.
Oh, shit.
She got confidence in me.
You ain't finna get drunk tonight.
Oh Lord. Okay.
You ready? You know what? I love this show. You know where they always on there, and they got Nick Cannon on there, and
Nickelodeon. Oh, Kenan and Kel.
they got Nick Cannon.
All
and
that.
They tripping. They making.
Oh, Wild 'N Out. Wild 'N Out.
Actually, the time was out.
Damn.
Man, you get to it.
Okay,
Bro.
again.
Hi again. What
Give me a card. I done dropped mine. Give me a card.
They went 50.
Man, they ran out of time.
One time for the women.
One time for the women, man. That was fun. Man, who
Take
gotta
them
take
shots. Take them shots. Shot.
All right.
Good God.
You know what?
You better be glad it's Women's Month. Because there was some anger management therapy right now. What number did he say I need to work on?
Hello, my
Shot.
We got a call? Oh, okay, I thought we had to call him, Let me take my... Yeah, that was great. That was fun.
That was fun.
I like that. Too bad we lost. I don't like losing.
Ericka had to go on and put up.
Hey, I'm proud of you. Good job. Look at that. One time for the women.
Oh.
Come on.
Chug.
Yeah, man, that was y'all made me lose track of the show, man. What we
We got the sponsor.
Man, on that
Oh,
note,
no. We with Mike.
Give me some of that. Give me some of that O.C.B.
Let me get myself together.
We're gonna play some O.C.B. man.
I might be singing O.C.B. Ooh, I need to unbutton my polo.
Man. Yeah. O.C.B. baby. keys are ready to play. He's ready to play. Go ahead, take your shoes off, cause I know you gon' wanna stay. Oh, you gon' wanna stay. Tell me what you're drinking, or do you like to smoke? Do you like to smoke? Tell me what you need, baby girl, and I give you what you want. Give you what you want. Don't worry about no money. Don't worry about no money. Don't worry about no time. Don't worry about no time. Don't worry about a thing, girl. Cause it's going down in the room, in the champagne room, in the champagne room. She said it's going down in the champagne room. Yeah, yeah. In the champagne room. Said it's going down. Yeah, that's your boy champagne room, but I ain't had no champagne tonight. It was straight that juice. Ooh, I'm ready.
Man.
But yeah, man. Okay. Hold on. Let me get myself together.
It's y'all game though. It's y'all game though.
Yeah, we on right now, man. We got Mr. Michael with generational wealth and money. Go ahead, Mr. Michael.
Let me get serious for a moment.
Yes, sir.
Generational wealth. We've been talking about this quite a bit this season. It comes off as a big word. So most people think about generational wealth. They think about, I got to have multi-millions of dollars, and I have to have, the yachts and all that. Generational wealth is passive income, additional income, whether it's $20, $30 a month. I am in the process of opening a company, and just because you all brought this subject up to me a couple of months ago,
right,
it made me really think about what generational wealth is. Generational wealth is building a future for your children and their children.
And their children.
And it goes on.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't matter how much income that you have. It's in the program and the company that I have is going to be ISG. I see your growth. And I've been marketing it. And in the next couple of weeks, I've got a guy working on the website. My plan is, and my goal is, those ones who are making $15, $20 an hour, $40,000 a year, $70,000 a year, I'm going to help them create a plan with their idea to provide wealth for their children's future.
Right.
Whether it's saving $1 this week or $2 this week or $10 this month, it is going to be that avenue of building a savings and wealth, whether your plan is to open up a beauty shop, or your plan you want to invest in big company, or you want to invest in Microsoft.
So you saying you'll be able to invest without actually spending too much of your money out of your pocket to take away from your household in a way?
Yeah. What my goal is and what my plan is, it doesn't matter. Everyone has a surplus. You get what I'm saying? I can make $100,000 a year, and I have a bigger surplus than someone who makes $20 an hour. But they have a surplus if they budget properly. Right. So my goal is to build a strategic plan for them, and we follow it together. Mm-hmm. So we can show you how you can save, because all of us know, if I have $500 in the bank, it's all right. But when you get to that $1,000 and that $2,000, you realize, wow, I can save some money.
Right.
I'm not going to go to McDonald's on the way home today.
So you were on the point of showing people how to let their money work for them instead of you always working for your money.
Absolutely correct. But the other thing is, understand that you have to sacrifice to build that generational wealth, because it's about the children.
Right.
It's about helping them, passing something along.
Right.
Whether it's a life insurance policy. It could be my parents at their age. They're not working, so they don't have any money. But they could get a life insurance policy that they can pass along to me or my children, so that they can have an opportunity to get a little push, and then building a pattern for them to do the same thing.
So you ain't saying this might you're not necessarily just we don't have no generational wealth right now, but we're gonna set the foundation for it so our kids can learn this is what we need to do. So our lineage.
Can I tell you something? You do have generational wealth.
I mean, but in the aspect of how people think about it.
How people think.
Right.
Because, like I said, that generational wealth word, it makes people think, the normal people, us average people think, oh man, I don't make $100,000 a year. I don't make $1 million a year. No, generational wealth does not have a dollar amount of what you are. Generational wealth is about what you can save, invest, and plan for your future and your children's future. It can be small, it can be large, but you got to start somewhere.
Right, and to give the next person a start.
Give the next person a start.
I got you. Yeah. That's dope. That's dope.
That's
dope. I like that. You know what I mean? So, what's the name of the company again?
It's ISG. It's called I See Your Growth. Because I
Your
believe that my whole philosophy in life, because been broke, been high, been low, sleeping in the car, all kind of things. I believe that everybody deserves the opportunity to understand how to make their money work for them, no matter how much money they make. Or
but like you said, I guess you gotta be given the opportunity to understand it.
You gotta be understand.
You gotta understand.
Yeah. I grew up in the age I didn't know what a credit report was.
Right.
Trust me.
I
didn't know what it was. I was like 26.
School and growing up.
Right. But it's hard now, even for people our age.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have no understanding, like no clear understanding. Like even the process of a home ownership is not really taught. You know what I'm saying? They say own a home. Why? You know what I'm saying? We don't get the other end of it. But now that I'm got a house, even the fact it's people that got houses don't know how much money they really got by even owning a house.
Don't know how much their buying power can
be.
Or how many doors can open
just
up
by being a home owner.
And it doesn't matter. Your home can only be worth $50,000. Or it could be worth $200,000. Yeah. Your doors open up with that. When you say you're a home owner.
Yep. Exactly. So people, we got say the name again one more time for the people.
It's ISG.
I
See Your Growth.
I See Your Growth, man. Y'all be looking for that and his future endeavors. And you know what I'm saying? Big ups to you even starting that, man. That could be a great deal. Give Mike a round of applause for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you know what I'm saying? It was a great show, man. I really enjoyed y'all. I see we went over the normal time. Yeah, we went over the normal time, but like this conversation was necessary, I think. Right. Just to learn to control yourself, and I'm glad. Again, round of applause for Dr. Sanders. You know what I'm saying, for even giving us that free advice. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have to buy him get him a cake or something from Just Cake It or some turkey leg.
Yeah, the turkey leg and the cake.
Cake's good.
I gotta wait till my brother come home to do all that.
All right, so man, we're gonna reach out this point. Go ahead, Miss Brenda. You know what I'm saying, with these sponsors.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Just Cake It, formerly Alicia's Heavenly Sweets. Give a good shout out to Crystal. You are doing excellent. You know, we're trying to support you. We love what you're doing. Also, All Night Food Squad. Just Cake It is operated by Crystal Dunn. Orders can be made from the website www.justcakeit.net. You can check out the cakes and sweets on her Facebook and Instagram page, Just Cake It. The next one, the All Night Food Squad, a.k.a. AKFS, are a licensed food truck that sells wings, burgers, nachos, chicken tenders, but they known for them smoked bones. Yeah. Where the meatballs are for the breakfast. So their hours are Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., Saturday until they run out of food. Remember what I said, until they run out of food.
Right.
Pre-orders are also accepted by calling 901-692-0962. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at All Night Food Squad.
Man, appreciate that, Miss Brenda, man. Like I said before, man, I really enjoyed this panel tonight. I love y'all, and we had a great night. And people, man, y'all still share this, man. Like it, love it, share it. It's great. We want y'all to listen, especially to I think we're gonna probably separate Dale's part just for the people, you know what I'm saying, just to listen to him, because I think it's necessary just for mental health. You know, it's a lot goes on, and young people say it. People, don't be too busy enjoying your life to not see what's going on with your kids.
And you know,
no matter
what I thought about that you said too. It's also. The stuff that he gave are good mechanisms for us within the classroom.
Right.
Because, I mean, even though, you know, we're in there and we go through these trainings, sometimes you got to have an outside force to kind of help you, because it's different when you get in there with LaJohnny. LaJohnny standing in the corner asleep.
Yeah.
Because you done put him in time out. And he done went to sleep in the corner.
But you also got to think about, unfortunately, where different people come from,
Right.
and what challenges
That's
they
true.
have been.
Right,
so
right.
that means their anger level is like up
Right.
here.
Yeah.
Because it's some people be so angry that they be quiet and don't say nothing.
Yeah.
But they just
And
be
those are
angry.
the ones you need to be afraid of.
Yeah, and watch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like y'all just even if y'all don't watch no other episode, please watch this one because I think it'll help out with a lot of things that you've been thinking or doubts or just anything. I think it's great.
And you said something earlier. This past year has made a lot of people angry.
It has even from losing jobs, that knowing what they next. They waiting on the stimulus. You know what I mean?
The unemployment.
All of that. Yeah.
People robbing because they can't get anything.
Yeah.
So
Right.
and
All
then,
of that.
Right.
All of that.
And then we're seeing that with the children at school where, it's just, they're at home. They have no guidance. The people are hurting people, killing them in the house because they tired of them being in the house.
Right.
So-
People seeing who they really got as a
Right.
spouse for real. I didn't know you were like this. I've been like this. But
I'm gonna go cut some grass.
yeah, man. Yeah. So I guess that's the wrap it up music right there. You know what I mean? So man, love y'all, man. O.C.B after dark, man. We out.
That was fun.
On the weekend, we gonna ride and chill and do what players do. Overworking, we gonna get fresh to death and choose up on a few.